Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Kelly Jones, activist.
Good morning. I was in Texas and I got to phone bank for Beto, so I just wanted to add that to what Adrian said and to say how important it is for everybody to come out on a grassroots level. I'm here today to talk to you about the reptilian brain and how propaganda works and how we can beat it together. And I'm really sorry to do this to you right now. Play the video.
Folks, let me just tell you something. If the media wants to go with this, that's fine. There are dozens of videos and photos of Obama having flies land on him indoors at all times of year, and he'll be next to 100 people and no one has flies on him. Hillary, reportedly, I mean, I was told people around her that they think she's demon-possessed, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say it, okay? They said they're scared. That's why when I see her, when kids are by her, I actually get scared myself for the child. I mean, that big rubber face and that... I mean, this woman is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. She is a demon.
So what's that all about? I mean, do you believe this guy? Why do you think I played that? I mean, he's pretty irrelevant right now, right? But how did that make you feel? Were you triggered? And why has triggered become a regular word we use in America? Hello, my name is Kelly Jones. I'm an abuse survivor, and I used to own Infowars.com. Alex Jones is my ex-husband. So that's probably triggering to you. So I'm asking you to please just take a breath and for your compassion. I chose the subject of this talk, the reptilian brain, on purpose, alongside outlandish conspiracy theories about gay frogs and flies landing. There are hundreds of thousands of people in America who buy into the conspiracy that world leaders are ship-shaping reptilians. I'm here to talk about trauma, reaction, propaganda, mindfulness, compassion, and community. The concept of the reptilian brain comes from, hold on one second, a somewhat antiquated scientific model of a three-level brain system built with the reptilian brain at the base that controls our basic functions without our even thinking about it, like breathing and such things. The limbic system, which is where emotion and fear reside, or reaction reside, and our neocortex, which is where we process higher thinking and logic. You can play it now.
And now, the parts of the brain, performed by the brain.
Yes. Neocortex, frontal lobe,
Brainstem,
hippocampus, neural node, right hemisphere.
Now, I'm no scientist, and my understanding and knowledge of trauma and triggers comes from abuse. I deal with abuse on a daily basis. I have been in custody litigation with Alex for over 5 years, and I deal with him every single day. I see and look at the propaganda media matrix as a narcissistic politic that emulates a narcissistic abuse cycle. This is a system that indoctrinates through fear and trauma, toxically bonding with its targeted victims for control. It bullies and intimidates, and it forces people to not want to have individual thought. It relies on lies, and that is not only a fact, but lies of emotion. The amygdala is the part of our brain that reacts to fear. It is a survival mechanism that is triggered when we're confronted with a threat. We live in a post-truth propagandist reality. Our president is a fearmonger, and we are dealing with trauma-based brainwashing and indoctrination through an inescapable, relentless media landscape. It's traumatizing. It's terrifying. And it's infuriating. It's so important to understand our reactions to this inundation of fake news. Let's talk about propaganda. Propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. Propaganda reinforces ignorance on an ongoing live basis. It feeds off triggering people so they identify with these false concepts, and the solution it offers is authoritarian. I see America as so polarized right now. It has become an us versus them polarized politic. You know, I met Alex in 1999. I worked for PETA, I was a liberal, and I was pretty lost. I fell prey to the narcissistic abuse cycle. And still 20 years later, I'm trying to escape. Abuse victims know at some level that, that something wrong is going on. But they are threatened and intimidated and know that if they speak out, their lives will be decimated. So I found my way through health through therapy and proactivity, mindfulness. I'm aware of my triggers, and my PTSD manifests as the fight part of fight or flight. It's not a violence, but it's an opposite action. So I'm present in my conviction that my voice can matter, that it can help people understand and process fake news. And I have a lot of liberal supporters on Twitter. I identify as a liberal. But I tweeted this, which I regret. When I'm tweeting, I find that I vet my tweets sometimes on how people are going to interact with them. Sometimes I don't bolster up the conservative voices that are speaking out because I'm afraid of how people will react. And I'm gonna have to fast forward, I'm a little behind here. So I did this test yesterday. This happened recently, and I have 28-something thousand followers. I'm Real Kelly Jones on Twitter. And my account is private because I'm not allowed to speak publicly, but I got like 13 likes. And this is a discussion that was going on in the comments section. Think about how we interact with those people who have opposing views. Do we encourage dissenting voices that align with ours? Abuse has a damaging impact on the brain's physiology and development. He at least said something, right? We should be encouraging that, I feel. Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels said, if you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it and you will too. And here I was gonna play a clip of where Trump reiterates what Alex says over and over again. But I'm gonna fast forward to this clip that I think is really important.
Hillary is the...
Which is from a woman named Diane Benscooter at a TED Talk about how cults rewire the brain. She was a Moonie who escaped to become a deprogrammer, and she talked about brainwashing, warning of an us versus them mentality. I'm gonna play it.
It becomes impenetrable. And the most dangerous part of this is that it creates us and them, right and wrong, good and evil. And it makes anything possible.
You can just stop
Makes
it.
anything rationalizable.
We've run short on time. I encourage everybody to watch this. We are all concerned and we are all traumatized. We need to push a discourse and support people from all sides who dare to speak out and to join together as a group with positivity for decency and awareness in media, to bolster up responsible systems. People can be reached. People can evolve. I'm Kelly Jones. I used to own InfoWars. Thank you for your compassion.